continue the strategy or the plans for double drop week or days. I guess apparently now it's only 3 days, not four. Meathead made a post on some Discord server saying that it was, ending on May the 7th at midnight. So everybody was expecting 4 days. Now it's 3 days. So anyway, this particular video is going to be geared towards more of the mid to late game players. I think I'm probably not going to do a video on late game players, sorry, in game players. You guys know what you're doing. A lot of the things probably apply in this video as well. But so mid to late game, you have your rosters developed. You probably have one or two or more Galactic Legends. You have some of the meta fleets. You're working on whatever your next project is, but usually character shards are not your holdup. So what I suggest when you're doing double drops is just do your normal character shard farms. Yes, if there's certain characters that are holding you up, like maybe it's a marquee character recently released for Java, and because it's single shard drops, it's holding you up. Maybe you focus there more by refreshing with the 25 crystals or even with the 50 crystal refresh just to try to bring in those shards a bit faster when they are double drops. But other than that, again, character shards are not going to be your bottleneck. So what should you be farming if you're a mid to late game player? Well, with your normal energy, it's very easy. Do your normal character shard farms, like I said. If there's anything that you're missing, like maybe you want to prep for some of these Sith fleet ships that we just don't know how they're going to be used, you can. Otherwise, you're going to want to basically be spending your energy on this light side 7B normal, where you get your Kyrotech shock prods. You're always going to need these. They are a huge bottleneck. Everybody knows that. You can also be farming, depending on what you're doing, light side 9F, which gives you these bayonets. You can convert for different relic materials. It gives you these eyeballs that, I have a lot of them, decent amount now, but when characters start needing these, they need like 180 or higher. And then you also have the holo projectors that you can convert for relic mats. So those are the two nodes on light side battles. And if you need the Kyrotech battle comps, you're going to be going over here to the dark side battles, and this one is on dark side 8A, I think, right? Yeah. So 8A. So those are the three nodes you're going to be using your normal energy on. Again, you've seen the videos on the the benefits of using the 50 crystal refreshes, using the 100 crystal refreshes, whatever you can afford. Pump those into Kyrotechs. They're always going to be needed. Secondly, what you're going to want to do on Cantina is the other bottleneck is the relic signal data. So over here on tier 8, you have this gray one, you have the green one, and you have the blue one. Right? It's gray, blue. Yeah. Anyway, those are the three. So this is a great time to basically build up your cache of signal data. I'm very low right now because I just relocked a ton of characters for Java. But start building this up. I typically run like 300, 200, 150 is what I want to be at. But as you're able to relic characters much faster because you're able to get them to gear 12 a lot faster these days, you're going to be running low on that all the time. So do that. Again, if there happens to be a character that you're waiting, like if you're going for Java and you need Chrysanthemum, maybe now's the time to put some energy into him. But if he's the only thing we're waiting on to basically be ready for the job event, do it. If you are still building up gear and relics and other characters, don't do it. Just spend your energy on signal data. Number 3 is you're definitely going to want to invest into mod battles. So getting your slicing material stash up a bit higher. So just kind of go through here, find out what are the ones that you're missing on the 9th tier here. So 9th tier, and you have these different ones. So these will go fast when you start using it, but I find that during double drops, stop farming the mods for those 3 or 4 days. Invest your energy here, build up a huge stash of this, because then you can, as you start farming mods again, you'll have a lot of relic a lot of slicing materials in the bank where you don't have to stop and farm them again. And then lastly, you have obviously the fleet energy. So fleet energy is going to be where you definitely want to, if there's any specific characters that you're missing some of this gear 12 plus gear for to take them to gear 13, definitely farm that. Otherwise, I'm going to suggest that you farm the fleet to E so you can get these. The fusion furnaces, you always need this. So 2E or 3C. 3C is going to get you this piece, the HoloLens, and these ones are always needed. So if you don't have a specific piece of gear that a character needs to basically take them up to gear 13, farm these two nodes. These are the two nodes that you always need this gear for characters. Even when you don't need it for characters, you need it to convert to for relic materials. I think they go into what, impulse detectors? Let's just check. Let's check. So they're always needed. You're never going to have enough of them. Doesn't matter how many you get in stock. You're always going to need those. So really on your normal energy, again, you're farming Kairos, really depending on what you need. But in general, farm the shock rods. And then for fleet energy, farm that 2E and 3C. And let's just check here for impulse. Sorry, for the keypads, you need the furnace. And again, for impulse detectors, this is the light side 9F. You can get these bayonets, so they'll go here, plus some other good gear. And then for Zinbittles, you need these HoloLenses. So those three last pieces of gear from the scavenger, you're always going to need those. So those nodes, one from fleet, two from fleet, sorry, and one from light side are useful. So that's where I would suggest, if you're a mid to late game player, where to invest your crystals for refreshes, for double drops. Again, don't go out and just farm a ton of character shards that you have no intention of building up in the near future. If there's character shards that you need and that's what's holding you up for a certain journey, go ahead and maybe refresh that a bit. Otherwise, focus on those bottleneck gear pieces, Kairos, fusion furnaces, HoloLenses. Focus on the signal data from Cantina Energy and build up your stash of uh, mod slicing materials. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, leave a like, and leave your comments down below. See you around.